down with someone who's a T, because they are extremely technical. They want you to emphasize on what is a financial independent number. What is that? How do I get it? What does it tell me? That's important. The power of compound interest. You got to go over that, break it down. You got to emphasize, right? What is it? How can I benefit from it? A, move fast, passion, emphasis. That should be emphasis, more money, and freedom. Yes, that's right, right? I don't like slow talkers. I'm gonna be honest. I'm like, can you speed it up? Geez, slow walkers. No. Let's go. Let's get to it. What do we gotta do? Boom, let's go. Right? I don't know how to parachutes open. I'm gonna jump off and I'm gonna figure out how to open that joker up as I'm in the air over some water though, right? That's A. R, relationship, make friendships, have fun, emphasize helping people, right? This is important. This is so important. You can't come in there, right, not form them if they're an R. You got to get to know them. You got to ask them questions, ask them about their family. You got to establish that. You want to get them to like and trust you. This is a big benefit when you're doing your appointments, you are, because it helps you identify what you need to do the appointment. And it also helps you become relatable to who you're sitting with, right? When we did this, when I can't remember his name, I think it was John Hoyt. When he came in and did this for us, this was amazing. We bought the packet because it breaks down, right, how to do your appointments, how you treat your teammates, right? And this is just very helpful. Quote, never give a quote without a reasonably firm commitment to do business with you first. This is a $1 million mistake right here. Don't show your whole hand. Sometimes we get so excited because we're getting ready to get an app. Don't show your whole hand. You got to know what they have first. You got to understand. You got to get them to understand what they have. Do not show your whole hand. You know what you got. Don't show them yet. You got to protect it. You got to keep reeling them in, right? Never, ever, ever give them the quote without knowing that. Get that firm commitment. That's important. Concern, sit back and listen. At times of concern or objection, sit back and listen. Wait, why am I talking? Let them talk. Let them tell you what their concerns are. Hear them out. Seek first to understand. I talk about this a lot in a marriage. You seek first to respond, not to understand. That was me. Primerica helped me to seek first to understand, not to respond. I was quick to respond. I cut T off in a minute, right? I still do it sometimes, though. But you want to hear them out and seek first to understand. You want to be put in their shoes so you can understand what they're saying, right? Release pressure. That's fine. I totally understand. There's no final decision to be made right now. You got to get them to understand that we're just applying. I don't even know if we can get you approved. We're just applying, just like a loan. Just because we want it doesn't mean we can get it. A lot of people want life insurance, but they wait until they're not healthy. They wait until they're overweight. They wait until certain things happen. They get a DUI. They get a few DUIs. Now they want to get, they wait until they've got diagnosed with coronavirus, right? Release the pressure. Get them to understand that, listen, there's no final decision being made right now. We first have to see if we can get you approved. This is just the application process. The process close is phenomenal, right? But you got to address their concerns so you can reel them in, get them to be comfortable. Right? I remember when my mom was diagnosed with cancer, the doctor did the best he could, right, to release the pressure, even though it was a pressure situation. I remember after he said it, right, everything got quiet. You know, like in a movie, they say when someone says something that you don't want to hear, everything else they said after that is blocked out. That's how it was. But he was attempting, right, to ease the concerns and make it better. Now, obviously, this is not as serious as that. But I remember that, and that's a doctor. We're doctors. We're financial doctors. We got to ease their concerns. We got to get them to understand there's no harm in taking the application. There's no harm in it. You're conditionally covered. You have nothing. You're conditionally covered. Your first 30 days are on Primerica, basically. Throughout the whole entire application, if it takes 3 months, you got free insurance. Think about that. You're conditionally covered. So release that pressure, you all. Get them to understand we're just taking the application. That's big. Find places to insert your story. We talked about this. Somewhat transparent, feel, felt, found. This is what I feel, right? That's what I felt, right? And this is what I found. That's important, right? When I first sat down to do Primerica, there was a lot of different feelings going on, right? But what I felt was this at the end of the day, like, this is very helpful. This is very helpful. So you got to get them to understand, feel, felt, found. So important. Be transparent. Talk about yourself. Talk about where you were, where you are, where you're going. Talk about the clients you've helped. Give them stories. Never give a quote without reasonably firm commitment to do business with you first. Clients must see and understand what they have first. If the policy is not available, do a 3-way call with their insurance companies to find out what they have and to get a copy. Do not give quotes if you don't have time to close. That's important too. Sometimes we're so excited, we'll throw out a quote thinking that we're really no man. Don't do that. I've done that several times for you already. Don't do that. If you don't have time to close, schedule a carryback within 24 to 48 hours. Do everything possible that you need to do in order to get that closed. Know how to overcome the main concerns. I want to think about it, or we want to talk about it first. Not sure we can afford it. Shop around. Those are the main concerns, you guys. Once you learn these objections reflexively, writing that 10K personal becomes easier and easier. It's like riding a bike, right? The only thing is where I've dropped the ball is recruiting. Yes, I can write 10K personal, but I can't do it without my recruits. You understand what I'm saying? So if you're successful recruiting, then it leads over to 10K personal. If you're doing successful recruiting, there's no reason why you're not writing in the field. If you've mastered what we just spoke about, that is so important. If you're successful recruiting, there's no reason why we can't be in the field doing the things that we need to do, educating clients and getting clients, right? No reason. That's where our team as a whole has dropped the ball, because what happens is you don't get enough recruits in, eventually, right, Donald, the premium starts to go down, right? And this is just a knock on top notch. We did 11 by 13,000 or something embarrassing. Recruiting down, premium down. Over the past 3 months, recruiting down, premium down, right? And I'm just gonna keep it real. There's no way possible we can hit the goal that we wanna hit with the recruiting down. We gotta successfully recruit. We gotta have double-digit recruiting teams within the RVP team. Regional vice presidents, Tanya, you know this, we should be doing 20 minimum. That is absolutely embarrassing to not do 20 recruits as a regional vice president team. It's absolutely embarrassing not to have double-digit recruiting teams within your team when you have leaders. That's unacceptable. And I'll take the blame for that, right? So we've got to master these things, you all. We know this, but what action are we putting behind it to make it happen? That's important. One of the things we got to do is get back in our warm markets. Warm markets is nice and cozy. It's fun. Right? What did Joey Combs say? She called people. She picked up the phone. You know, I know we had that carryback next week, but can we do it this week? Yes. Well, you can't do that in the cold market, but in the warm market, auntie, look, I'm going for a promotion. I know we got a carryback next week, but I need to sit with you today, within the next hour. Can you do it? Warm market. You do that in cold market, they're going to hang up in your face. They're going to curse you out. They're going to get the policy and cancel it, right? As soon as it go through, they're going to call the company, client has canceled policy. But in a warm market, you can do that, right? So these are the things collectively, you all, as a hierarchy that we must get better at and we must master in order to get our leader to $1 million a year. There's no reason why Eric Davis, I love him to death. Those are my peoples, right? But there's no reason why in 10 years they get to $1 million and we still hovering around 500,000 as a national sales director team. Say it again. No reason we should be hovering around daggone 500,000 and they come in 10 years and just had a regional vice president, Shashi and Melvin Pregum, 60 days ago went over 300,000. The day before, Eric went over $1 million. They went over 400,000. They gave themselves a $100,000 raise in 60 daggum days. I'm sitting here like, hold up. My leader deserves to be at $1 million. T and Shay need to get this together. It's a trickle down. It's a trickle down effect, you all, right? It's a multiplier. When we do what we're supposed to do as a hierarchy, as a team, as a regional vice president team, as a regional leader team, as a division team, as a district thing, everything rises up, right? So we got to do our part. We got to master double-digit recruiting. We got to master writing 10K personal. That's where it's at, right? Like Eric said, you will always be able to pay your bills if you write 10K personal. No matter the level, you'll be able to pay your bills. And then guess what? You'll duplicate. You'll bring people in that write 10K personal. That's where it's at. 10 to get in, 10 recruits, 10K personal. That's why we wanted to do this. That's what it's about. So we got to master these things, you guys. We as a whole, as a collecting standard hierarchy, we have got to master these things. All right, anybody have any questions? At some point, we're gonna get to 11 o'clock. It's only 10:45. Anybody have questions? Double digit recruiting, writing 10K personal, increasing your life sales. Okay, so everybody gonna write 10K personal this week, right?
I actually have a question.
Yes, ma'am.
So we talked about double digit recruiting, and we briefly mentioned like a while ago recruiting your clients.
Yes.
How would you go about? I have a couple clients who have referred people to me in training. I would love to recruit them because they're nervous about reaching out to those referrals for me. So I want to recruit them on my team. So now you're reaching out to them for you.
Mm-hmm. So what are they saying? Those people with the give me an example of what they're saying.
So I have one I reached out to previously. She said she's not really sure working with me. Well, the client isn't sure about working with me because they don't know me.
Mm-hmm.
However,
they know her.
Mm-hmm. And she's currently out of a job. Just had a baby, doesn't work.
There you go, right there. Everything you just said, you throw it back at her. Hey, you know what? Well, since right now you're out of a job, how about you come work with me part-time? I can teach you everything that we know. That way it's easier on the person that you want to refer to me, and you can make some money, right? We're very flexible. We're doing everything online. We have people that stay at home with their kids right now. It'll be extremely helpful. Are you keeping your options open right now to do something different while you're in between jobs and at home sitting with your children? Right? Everything you just said that she said, throw it right back at her. That's the reason why she needs to come work with you. Tell her, I got a $1,500 bonus. All I did was sit and watch my trainer. I got a $1,500 bonus. If that doesn't excite people, $1,500, that's a lot of money, man. To just sit and watch your trainer go through a presentation, right? And skilled enough to help you earn $1,500. So I would throw back at her exactly what she just said. What do you have to lose? Right? It's refundable, it's reversible in the first 90 days. Right? So we can help people. They know you feel more comfortable. They would feel more comfortable as well. You trust me, right? Let's give it a shot. Let's give it a shot. You're not working right now. This allows you to continue to stay at home with your children. And who wants to go to an office right now anyway during the pandemic? You have children. It's risky. We work from home. Everything I do is right here from home, on my desktop, on my laptop, sitting in front of people all day long. Right? If you have to sit with your kids, we can do it outside of that. Wouldn't it make sense? You got to convince them. Like, she's sitting at home. We don't know when our country is going to go back to normal. We don't know. We don't know what's going to happen. Right? Scared. You don't want to go back into office right now anyway. You don't want to, right? You don't want to do that. You have children. Would you much rather be at home with your kids working from home, in control of your own income, in control of your own destiny? Right? It's so many different ways that you can come at her, but by her telling you that stuff, Gabby, you can throw back exactly what she said to you. It's nothing that you made up. It's nothing that you created. These are the things that she said. That's what I would do. I would give her a call today. Hey, you know what? I completely understand what you're saying. They may not feel comfortable with me, but they'll feel comfortable with you. Keeping your options open. You want to earn some additional income on the side? You want to earn some extra income on the side? Right? You got that nice, polite voice. You could do it. Everybody should want to do something for you because you're so nice and sweet. You got a nice, you can recruit her, but you know what you got to do? You got to do it. You got to pick up the phone. I know the phone is, 20,000 pounds. You got to pick up the phone. You got to call her and you actually got to do it. And guess what? When you start talking, it'll flow. It'll flow. Yes, sir. You muted.
Oh, okay. So yeah, I was gonna add to what you were saying, Shay. And another thing that we have on our side with people that are clients, we say they are 50% in the business already. So they know exactly what we do. So they're already 50% in. And a lot of times when people say, hey, I don't want to try, I don't want to do it, they feel like it's going to be a lot of work, right? They just like, oh, I don't want to fit that on my plate. I got this going on. I'm hectic with time. So the silent partner opportunity is a great way to get people in the business. You know, silent partner is just them getting a license and referring you to people. So by you giving them that option, you can make that seem as so simple as possible. They'll give it a shot. What do they have to lose? By them getting a license and referring you to people, they can make an extra $500 to $1,000 a month by just referring you to people. And once they start, a lot of times silent partners become potential recruits, district leaders, RV, you never know where that might lead them. So if you see that they're giving you kind of a combative type of vibe about but just starting it out and really building a business, hey, listen, what would an extra $500 to $1,000 do for you right now? Who does not want an extra $500 to $1,000 a month? I do. So why wouldn't they? By just referring you to people.
Yep.
So that's a great way to get them interested in moving forward too as well, Gabrielle.
Anybody else have questions? That's a great answer, Donald. I will say this, it had got up to 26. Now we have 24 people on here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 people have their video on. For those of you, Ramon and Kyrie, who don't have your video on Top Notch, it's a video. You're not face to face, y'all. Coach talked about this yesterday. That's Zoom etiquette, right? We're not in the office, y'all. Come on. Y'all can't. We got 24 people on here. 7 people have their video on. One other person just turned it on. Y'all gotta get in the habit to turn the videos on. Because like he said, what did he say? When my video is off, what did he say he was doing? Shaq said what he was doing. I'm not going to repeat that, but y'all can repeat. What did he say he was doing? He said, if my video is off, I am
picking my nose.
picking my nose. That's what our coach said. He probably is. He said, I'm not paying attention. I'm doing something else. So we got 24 people on here, but 8 of y'all are paying attention. The rest of y'all are picking y'all's nose. Y'all eating boogers. My godson be doing that. He's 6. He picked them jokers and eat them. Anyway, anybody else have questions? All right, y'all. Let's get to work. December, like Shaq said, this is the indication of our 2021. We got to focus on closing too often, too soon. We got to focus on recruiting people too often, too soon every day. We got to hit the board every single day. We got to have a sense of urgency. We got to book our week out. If you have not yet, get your appointments booked out. All right, y'all have a God bless weekend. Stay safe and wear your daggum mask. This thing is not discriminating. Y'all have a God bless weekend. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
You're welcome. Bye-bye.